Welcome back, students of Project Centaurus. I'm Professor Phileas B. Baxter. To show their goodwill, a diplomat will often have to attend all kinds of folkloric events that may be quite shocking. For example, our delegation in Haiti had to decapitate chickens and have rum spat in their faces. But, thanks to that effort, in return the Haitians gave us pots. Anyway, today's lesson is... Let's go through some examples of extraterrestrial folklore, so, as ambassadors of planet Earth, you can distinguish them from attempted assault or a nasty skin disease. Gastronomy, for example.
Traditional gastronomy.
Traditional dishes of the Milky Way tend to be very tasty, though somewhat hard to digest. That's because they use a lot of strontium and copper in their cooking. In fact, some diners need so much blood to be able to digest, they end up suffering brain death. Don't try the copper pastries unless you have a padded surface underfoot. The Neptunians like their food spicy, which can cause quite dramatic cases of hemorrhoids. Luckily, they have no joints in their legs and can't sit down.
Indigenous sports.
In our galaxy, like my native England, there are strange sports that give an absurd prominence to playing with your feet. Unfortunately, the abilities of sportsmen and women in space are really awful, as university studies are needed to become affiliated. Variations of sports played here on Earth are also quite common. On Jupiter, for example, there is a sport which is a mixture between fencing and target practice. It's like traditional fencing, but one of the two opponents has a pistol.
Festivities with animals.
Cruelty to animals during festivities was common in the galaxy until quite recently. Traditions such as the cow disintegrator or kitty looking for her own skin were famous and attracted tourists from all dimensions. Unfortunately, the animals got themselves organised and put a stop to it all. They even became mayors of a few local councils, and now, during the festivities on Pluto, it's the goats who throw a plutonium from the top of a church tower.
Regional dances.
Regional dances are exotic dances exported to Earth by the Mercurians, and are something which young people tend to have no interest in whatsoever. That's why dance partners are often made up of two elderly widows. Originally, they were used to scare away mosquitoes or as a feeble excuse for men to be able to wear tights. It is quite probable that, as a gesture of hospitality, your host may make you witness one of these dances. You will feel a strong desire to take your own life. Do not despair. On Project Centaurus, we will show you sophisticated techniques on how to deal with such an atrocity. And most of all, you will have morphine patches in your belt. That's all for today. To carry on with your training, please watch Lesson 9.